This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for June 14, 2023. And in the news this evening, CXC papers reportedly stolen from St. James High School. The management team at the St. James High School say they are currently dealing with an emergency following news that the school's office was broken into on Tuesday night and the Caribbean Examinations Council papers stolen. While details are unavailable at this time, reports indicate that the stolen papers were scheduled for today's sitting of examinations. Efforts to contact the head of the Ministry of Education Region 4, Dr. Michelle Pinnock, have proven futile. When contacted, a representative of the school told the news that both the principal and the vice principal were currently dealing with an emergency. An official from CXC said a meeting has since been convened. They were, however, unable to speak further on the matter at this time. Tenant, who allegedly wounded landlady, found not guilty. A woman who was before the court to answer charges of unlawful wounding after getting into a fight with her landlady has been found not guilty. The case against Jamil Stoddart was closed when it was brought before the St. James Parish Court last week. In handing down her verdict, trial judge Sasha Marie Smith Ashley said both Stoddart and her landlady Crystal Lincoln exhibited inappropriate behavior on the day of their altercation. However, she noted that the Crown must meet a certain criterion, but it had fallen short. Based on the latter, a not guilty verdict was handed down to Stoddart. Earlier reports indicated that on February 20, about 1:25 p.m., Lincoln confronted Stoddart at her shop about unpaid rent. Stoddart reportedly told her to leave. It was alleged that Lincoln then took Stoddart's shop keys and damaged a light bulb, leading to an alleged attack from Stoddart, who wounded her with a metal object. Lincoln, who was reportedly pregnant, reportedly suffered a miscarriage. During her testimony earlier this month, Lincoln stated that on the day in question, she went to Stoddart's shop and inquired about her rent, at which point Stoddart began arguing that she should leave her shop. She said that because she did not receive her money, she removed the keys from the door in frustration. Lincoln said Stoddart then shoved her and hit her all over her body with a piece of metal. Bail application for fifth Heart NSTA Trust fraud suspect postponed until June 27. The bail application for the fifth person implicated in a major fraud at the Heart NSTA Trust has been postponed until June 27, allowing the judge presiding over the matter against his four co-accused to decide whether to approve his bail or not. The Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court was informed that a case against the 36-year-old Ricardo Golden was scheduled for a bail application on Tuesday. However, presiding judge Lauren Cole Montague told his defense attorney that considering the circumstances of the matter and that another judge is handling the case against his co-accused, she will leave the decision of a bail to that judge. The allegations state that sometime in 2018, a financial audit was conducted at the Heart NSTA Trust, and when anomalies were discovered, a report was made to the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency. It was found that the institution was defrauded over $8 million. Golden was arrested when he attempted to board a flight at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston after assuring a police officer who made a contact over the phone and urged him to turn himself in that he would do so. The other individuals charged in the case, Anna Finn Tyrrell and her husband Michael Tyrrell, former employees of the Heart NSTA, as well as Tasha Buckner and Shamar Bell, are currently before the courts. Before Judge Cole Montague made the decision not to provide a ruling on the bail application, she was informed that the Crown opposed the bail, as the investigating officer stated that Golden is considered a flight risk since he had already attempted to flee the country. However, Golden's defense counsel countered, stating that his client's passport and United States green card were confiscated by the police officer upon his arrest. Therefore, the lawyer argued that he should not be considered a flight risk. Golden's lawyer also informed the judge that Golden's mistake was that he loaned the co-accused a bank card. The attorney explained that one of the co-accused is a close friend who told him he had money coming from the U.S., but his Western Union was not working. Did he give his friend's name to the police? The judge asked. I wasn't asked, that the accused answered. It just seems weird that information was volunteered, Cole Montague countered. The lawyer then chimed in saying, I am asking you to take that chance with him. Why should I take that chance? Cole Montague questioned. Because everyone deserves a chance, the lawyer responded, adding that trusting a friend is what led his client down this path. So that is why the court needs to send messages to people to let them know that they can't be so trusting. There's another thing such as willful blindness, the judge said. Golden was ultimately remanded until June 27, when he is scheduled to appear before the other judge. Cancer patient who impersonated dead cop begs for leniency. When a man that was hauled before a senior parish judge on Tuesday for impersonating a dead police officer learned that he would be remanded, he started pleading with the judge, stating that he has heart failure and prostate cancer. The Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court was told that on May 31, lawmen patrolling the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston saw Oral Stewart parked in a restricted area. When the cops approached him, Stewart reportedly said he was a police officer and presented an identification card that was later found to belong to a deceased detective sergeant. The investigating officer told the presiding judge, Lorian Cole Montague, that the apprehending officer was suspicious of Stewart and asked him where he was stationed, to which he said the Mona Reserve. When checks were made, it was found that the ID number on the badge belonged to the deceased cop of the Halfway Tree branch in St. Andrew. A driver's license in Stewart's possession also belonged to the deceased cop. The ID and the driver's license reportedly had Stewart's picture. After he was arrested, Stewart reportedly said of the identification cards in his possession, "Me never really use it, you know." Stewart ultimately pleaded guilty to possession of forged documents, conspiracy to defraud, and the 2 counts of breaching the Cybercrime Act. He was also slapped with the charges of no parking under the Airport Authority Act, no driver's license, and no insurance coverage. These matters will be handled in the traffic court. "How long have you been walking around with this?" the judge asked Stewart. "Not even 2 months, he answered. He told the judge that he did not know the dead man, and he got his driver's license from the man's cousin, who asked him to take it to the tax office for him, but he held onto it. Visibly upset, Cole Montague said, "I think this is a very serious offense to be walking around with a police ID. A police officer's identification is a powerful document to be walking around with. It gives you clear passage into many places. You can access crime scenes. You can go into people's places with very little questions asked. It is a very serious offense because of the potential damage that could be done, and I don't know what has already been done. Them are going to say I'm a cruel judge to lock you up with prostate cancer and heart failure. Please," he begged. "You need a period of remand," Cole Montague said. Hearing this, the man started to hyperventilate as he placed his hand over his heart. "Breathe in and out before I send you where you are going," the judge said with a look of concern on her face. Stewart was remanded until next week, Wednesday, when his sentence will be handed down. You see, anytime matters come before the court, judges must be very aware that whatever decision is made, a message is sent. I intend to send a message to anybody who thinks they can assume another person's identification, Cole Montague said. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.